In this tutorial, we're going to make a simple animated camera border. To begin, press General. We're going to start by separating the screens, so come down to the left hand corner, drag the screen halfway across, then back to the left hand corner and drag the screen halfway up. In the top screen, press the camera symbol, then the 2 circle symbol at the top, then press Z, then rendered. In the bottom screen, we're going to click on the symbol in the left hand corner and go down to shader editor for later. Then we're going to come over to render properties, color management. We're going to change it from filmic to standard. Click on film and click transparent to give us our transparent background. Then we're going to go to output settings, change the frame rate to 60 and change file format to FFmpeg video. Click encoding. Container change to WebM. Video codec change to WebM/VP9. Then click RGBA under the file format. Next we're going to click on the cube, delete the cube, click on the light source, delete the light source, click on the camera, press Alt-R, Alt-G to reset the camera, click the move symbol, and we're going to pull the camera up. We're going to go to camera settings and change the type from perspective to orthographic to keep everything relevant. Now in the workspace, we're going to press Shift A, put in a new mesh plane, and what I like to do now as well is press Shift A again, mesh circle, and then move the circle below the plane. Press Tab and F to fill the circle. We'll be coming back to that later. Press Tab again, select the plane, press 0 on your numpad to bring it to the camera view to make it easier for when we scale it up. Press S to scale. I like to bring it up so it's just before the camera view. We're going to press S, then X to scale it up on the X axis. And once again, to just before the camera borders. Now press Ctrl A and click Scale so that it sees all the sides as equal for the next part. And press I to inset. We're going to inset it slightly. And then we're going to inset it again. This time it will be for your camera border. So you don't want too much, you want to keep it relatively thin. Now you want to select the nodes on the outside. Click one, hold Control, and click the others around the edge. And now we want to scale that out past the camera borders. Click Face Select at the top and select the inner faces. Press Delete and Faces. Now we want to go to the material settings, New, and change it from principled BSDF to hold out, and you'll see it will disappear in the rendered window. Now you want to press Tab to go back to object mode, select the circle out of scene collection, press S and scale it up past the cutout that we made. And as you'll see in the rendered view, we've got our frame. Now, still in the materials panel, press New. So it comes up with principled BSDF. Come over to our nodes, select the BDSF, press Delete. Now we're going to add 3 new nodes. First node is Shader Emission, which click to set down. Zoom in a bit. I'm going to connect Emission by dragging from the green dot to Surface. I'm going to move it along. Next, we're going to add Converter Color Ramp. Click to place down. Click and hold color to color. Move along. And finally, we're going to add Texture Gradient. Click and place down. Click and hold from color to FAC. And as you'll see, that will give us our gradient slider, which we can change as we like. What I like to do is click on one, change its position by clicking on it, dot 333, click on the other slider, click on position, dot 666, to give equal space so you get a nice little colour mix in the middle. To change the colour, click on one of the colours, then click on the colour bar underneath. If it's black, you may have to change this slider all the way up. And personally, I'll click RGB. And I think we'll make this one blue and purple. So we'll find a nice blue. Click off. Click on the white section. Click on the white bar. Find a nice purple. Click off. You can add more colours by clicking the little add symbol. When you are happy with the colours you've selected, it's now time to animate it. So we're going to come down to the timeline and pull this up. We're going to make sure the circle is clicked. Right click, insert keyframe, rotation. And then we're going to change the end of this. I like my rotation to take about 10 seconds, so it's quite slow. So in Blender, that would equal 600. Then just pull the slider all the way along. And then click on rotate. Grab the blue circle, move it slightly, press minus 359.999 as the first keyframe is on the start point, which is 0 or 360. Press enter. Right click, insert keyframe, rotation. Now if you play it, you should see in your rendered view, you're rotating. Now we want to go to output settings again. I like to change this down from 1080p to 720p because of when we take it over to OBS, we tend to shrink it down quite a bit, so it doesn't have to be as big. So I'll go 1280, 720. Come down to the output where it should have TMP. Click folder. I'll put it in documents. Name it what you'd like. Click accept. And then press Ctrl F12 to render. Once this is done, we'll jump over to OBS and implement it. Now that we're in OBS, or as I'm using Streamlabs OBS, it's time to add our surround. So we go into sources and add, media source, add a new source, add source, find your file, which mine is in documents, click loop. I tend to unclick show nothing when playback ends, and then done. Then you want to move your surround over your camera and resize it. Now if your camera's still overlapping the surround, and if you select your webcam and hold Alt, then you can crop the size of your webcam down to fit. And when you're happy, a little tip, if you add a group, call it what you'd like, and you add your webcam and your surround to the group, once selected, you can move them around as one and resize as needed. Thank you for watching.
Fubby!